Well, it's Tuesday, and today is Tip Tuesday, where I bring you a tip on getting something organized in your life, whether it's your home, business, or life. I'm Lorraine Brock, professional organizer. I own a company called Get Organized here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And today I'm going to let you ask any questions if you happen to be popping online or see this Tip Tuesday. If you have an organizing question, I want to hear about it. And I'd be glad to give you some free advice. Whatever the topic of the day that comes to your mind is. But in the meantime, I do have some things to chat about. So we know that Thanksgiving's right around the corner, and then right after that we have Christmas. And this is often the busiest season for people's lives. And often that childhood magic and that awe where everything just magically happens and appears sort of comes into reality, and you sort of like, wow, there's a lot of work in this involved in order for that magic to happen. In fact, a few years ago, one of my nieces said, you know what? It really just happened. Like, you didn't think about all the work or what was behind it. It just happened, whatever it was. And she says now, as a wife and as a mom, she said, I'm exhausted. It's a lot of work. And, we all have this idea of what a perfect Christmas is. And often the movies we watch and the commercials we see often influence that, right? It's that commercialism that sort of creeps in to what really Christmas is all about. And for me and my family, and the true meaning of Christmas, it's about the birth of Christ. Now, there's a lot of things that we can use and do to celebrate that. And everyone has traditions that they've added to. So I want to talk a little bit about being better organized so you can enjoy the Thanksgiving and Christmas season, particularly Christmas, and give you an idea of what we do that would be very helpful. Okay, so I want to talk about this. Getting organized is like a 6-week project. It takes like 6 weeks to really pull this off, and you really have to start early. So I'm going to give you my overall schedule, and I'm pretty faithful for this, but there's some times I don't get started quite as early. So realistically, you should have started last week. So just make it clear, we're all behind the 8 ball already. Okay, we have 6 weeks in which we get organized. The first week is we call Get Organized Week. Then you have a reality check, gifts and giving week, great cooking. Obviously, you're going to get your cooking together, what you're going to make for Thanksgiving and Christmas, then the Decorate Week, and then the Celebrate Week. And that Celebrate Week should normally end the end of November, first part of December, that first week in there. And that is your 6 weeks plan. Now, every little detail, bullet point that you do in that 6 weeks is broken down for you in some of our breakout documents. I'm not going to share all of those details today. But ultimately, you should be done the first week in Christmas or first week of December, and therefore you should have pretty much the whole month to not be under so much stress. It's not about the stress. In fact, we're doing less activities this December in order to be home more, just because we don't want to be running around chaotic and living that way. So I want to give you a few little things in each category. So the first week is Get Organized Week, which you can start this week and be done the second week of December. So things like, have you scheduled your Christmas takedown? Have you scheduled your Christmas decoratings going up? Have you scheduled if you're going to clean your house or if you're going to have somebody else clean your house? Are those things already on the calendar? So you are getting organized that week. You're planning on things like who's going to do what needs to be fixed around the house. Like the overall plan and dates need to be like, where are you going to go for Thanksgiving? Who's going to come over? That kind of stuff. So week 2 is reality check. And reality check is all about, do you have the time to do what you're asking yourself to do? And it's really looking at the calendar and making sure you have that downtime that you want, and making sure you plan certain things on that calendar. Like, do you want to really not do anything? Like the last 2 weeks before Christmas? Well, then plan to not do anything. Like, put it on there, reality check. It's not as easy as it's supposed to be, but it is absolutely beneficial if you can clear your calendar and really plan to do nothing. Gift giving week. This is where you're going to make your gifts, and you're going to clean out that gift closet and see what you really have in there that you really could give someone, save some money. Or like I had gifts last year. I don't know how I overlooked it, and I'm extremely organized, but I'm not perfect. I've admitted that before. And I had stickers on gifts to give to certain people that I did not see in my gift closet, and I went out and bought them another gift, wasting a lot of money. So do an inventory of your gift closet, check what you have. I've already pulled a lot of my stocking stuffers out and already made stocking stuffer bags. And I'm like, oh, this goes to Sue, this goes to Bobby, this goes to hubby. And I can see what I actually have for them. So week 4 is get cooking. Now, hey, Julie, if you guys have any questions that are online, please, about anything, about organizing for Thanksgiving, Christmas, your home. I'm just going through what I call a Christmas countdown checkoff list that I am more than happy to share with you, but you can also listen to this after the Tip Tuesday's over with. So the 4th week is Get Cooking Week, and this is normally slated the week before Thanksgiving, because you're probably going to be doing a lot of cooking anyway. This is where you go out and you look at anything that you're cooking between then going forward and doubling up, maybe even tripling up some of your recipes. So you can put one of them in the freezer for the month of December. Like if I'm going to buy groceries now and cook an enchilada dinner or casserole, I'm going to double up on my grocery list on what I need for that recipe so I can make 2 of them and then put one in the freezer and eat one like tonight. But it's not true. I'm not eating that tonight, but I'm just saying you could eat that tonight. Okay, on to the Get Cooking. Often you can like do your grocery shopping one day, do your food prep another day, like cut all your onions and stuff, and then put together everything and package them and put them in the freezer. That is a good Get Cooking 4th week. It's all about food prep. And then the 5th week is Decorate Week. Now, your decorations for putting up and taking down should already be on your calendar. It should be something that you don't keep the decorations out like 3 weeks or and sometimes 3 months for some people. Reality is that happens. So get those dates on the calendar, but now it's time to put up everything. One of the best tips that my organizers, who are also decor specialists, we do the Christmas decorating, putting up for a lot of our clients. They make a list at the end of each year of everything they need to buy for that client or the client needs to buy for the next year. So I'm working off of my list now for what my decorators told me that I needed to go buy last year and last Christmas season. And it has been very helpful not to just go over buy things. Oh, that looks pretty. I think I can use that. Nope, it's not on my list. I really don't need that. I just need some fresh garland for this space, or I need a new set of lights this length. Great. One of the great little Christmas decorating items that my team told me to get, and we love them, is you can get them at Walmart, Dollar Tree, but Amazon. They are the wire garland wire, like they have garland greenery on them, but they're wire, so you can take your banisters and you wrap it around the banister and it blends in. It's not just wire exposed that can scratch people or scratch your banister if you have a wood banister, but it's actually greenery on it. Now, the dollar store is going to be cheaper, not only in price, but quality. The wire is not going to be the higher gauge, and therefore it's not going to last as long, but it's still good stuff. So that's a little tip on getting decorated. And then the 6th week is Celebrate. And this is just where you are really trying to home in on who's bringing what. You're trying to plan your games for your Christmas with all your family. You are getting to, and you can even work around in here. You can even take some family pictures if it's not already done. I mean, there's so many things you can do for Celebrate Week. It is really coming down off of that rush. There's still some things to do. There's still some gift wrapping to wrap. Everything is broken down into 6 weeks. I absolutely love this system. I've probably been using it for at least probably 10 years. And if you're just coming on, we're talking about sort of what you can do to get better organized for particularly Christmas, but it will help also with Thanksgiving. And we're breaking this down into 6 weeks. But if you that are watching have any questions about organizing your home, your business, your life, your meals, anything dealing with Christmas, I just type in your message down below and I'll be glad to answer it. But I've got lots to talk about here too today. And we're going to stay on probably another 4 or 5 minutes. So if you have a question, let me know. But I talked about this yesterday with a group of ladies that I spoke at a early childhood PTA. And they were like, we got little ones. This is really a lot of work. Where can I pick and choose what I want to do. And obviously, you've got to sit down with your family and decide what's important. Don't try to do it all. Like, we always pick one Christmas or two Christmas things to do. One has to be about the birth of Christ for us. We have to do something. Prestonwood has great stuff going on. I think it's called Christmas, the Magic of Christmas. I may be wrong on that, but Prestonwood has a great thing going on. There's normally always a live nativity in the Waxahachie area, always. There's tons of churches that do those things. There's the Christmas Carol play in downtown Dallas. That has tons of biblical truth all in it. Not the nativity scene or anything, but it's great. And then we always pick something else to go do, lights or an ice show or something, and that's sort of it. And then we try to keep our schedule really light the last few weeks before Christmas. But so we've talked about this 6 weeks of getting organized, reality check, gift giving week, wrapping, cooking, preparing for all your food you're going to cook, but doing it early enough, the decorating week, and then the celebrate week. And you should be done like the first week of December, and you're like coasting through. Not everything's done, but you're really coasting by that time. So let me know if you have any questions about that. I'm watching down below. Hi, Christine. Thanks for joining us today. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is clutter-free gifts. This is where you don't have to actually get them something that it's going to add to their clutter in their home. This is something that we really love because we deal with a lot of clutter every day. And this came about a few years ago when some of our followers, I guess on social media, said, do you have any ideas of clutter-free gifts that I can give people, more consumable items? And I was like, we will come up with something. And we did our research, came up with a lot of things. I think we're going to even add to this more since all this, stuff has gone more online in the last year or so. More places are offering gift ideas online, and I think it's grand. So a couple things that you could possibly give people that would be something they could really use. Hey, Julie, how can you get relatives to stop giving all those cluttered gifts? Well, normally I would do it in a way that would probably be not offensive, which would probably be the goal of everybody, but I would send out a mass email to everybody if they have email, and basically say that we would like to focus this year maybe on consumable gifts, like just change it up, because there's so many things out there, and see if you can get everyone to buy into that. Because they still want the idea of giving, that they feel good, they want to, they don't want to stop those traditions. But so you lean towards the consumables and then you'll end up using it. And so another thing to do is you can send out a email to everyone that says, hey, what's your size, or what's your favorite treat? If you're going consumable, it wouldn't be size, but unless your clothes are edible or something. Another day for that. But you want to and ask certain things like favorite foods, favorite activities, and then you can use that about each of your family members, and you can shop consumables from that and get very specific to them. So that's what I would suggest doing. You really got to get the whole family to buy in, and you want to do it in a way that it doesn't sound like you're stopping traditions. I will warn this, and this has happened in our family, and I don't think anyone expected it to happen, but when you have older parents still living and the kids want to change up Christmas, there's a high potential that would affect them, and so I want you to be just really aware that sometimes the younger generation might want to change something, but the older generation may not, and they may not say anything. So you just want to sort of get the buy-in of everybody, and I think consumables is the way to go because they're still giving, but they're not collecting long-term, right? So it brings me back to this clutter-free gift list. And I'm going to point out a few. Pay for a family photo session. Wow. You don't even really have to pay for it these days. With these new phones, you go to portrait mode and you've got some great images there, and maybe you can have a friend come and do those things. Car wash, a detailed car wash, services in the home, organizing services, I'm just saying, cleaning services, carpet cleaning services, that kind of stuff. Maybe even a babysitter, arrange that for someone. Online classes. There is a great website called Skillshare.com. Look for Black Friday deals. You can normally get it for $99 a year. They'll probably be around $60, $65 for the whole year. It has tons of professors on it that actually do real classes on everything from painting to workouts to programming to photography to you name it. And that's a doesn't take any kind of space. It's a great military gift. That's what we actually ended up doing with our son when he was deployed. Let's see here, spa stuff, nails, facials, monthly kits, and you can do monthly kits in 3, 6, 9, and 12 months, I have seen. So you don't have to sign up for all year if you can't afford it. Snack boxes delivered to people's home, meal delivery services, donate to charity, gift cards. Yeah, but everyone does that, right? Gym membership or a workout class, not just a membership, maybe just a workout, 1 or 2 classes that they would enjoy. Maybe a fancy car rental. Like if you have someone that really wants to drive a particular car or a Jeep and go off, I don't know, it's sort of an experience for the day. You could rent the car for like a day or a weekend. Photo scanning services, digitizing mom and dad's old VHSs or 8 millimeters onto something that everyone can actually watch instead of just sitting and collecting dust. Hunting license, fishing license, handgun license, or at least a class to take some of those things. A great thing is memberships, tours, trips to sporting events, baskets for grills or movie themes or romantic, things like that, cooking classes, payment for junk mail removal services. Like there are certain services that you can pay. I think one of them is Paper Karma. And you can actually go in there and pay extra to help alleviate some of the junk mail. I think it's great. It's a great service. There's a free part to it, but there's a paid as well. A Christmas tree farm cutting experience. I actually passed by one of these out in the bottom north of that. I think it was called the Bodark Lake or Bodark Christmas Tree Farm. Great experience there. They'd get the gift before Christmas, but that's okay. It's an experience, right? A day on the farm. Find a farm that they can go on and actually enjoy and do things. I'm not going to get graphic here, but me and my sister-in-law took a how to process a chicken class. And I thought, who knew? I learned something and had a great day with her. So those are some of the clutter-free ideas I think that would be really great. And of course, you can always go on to Groupon. Groupon has tons of things on there, low cost, and also will give you a lot of ideas if you look under things to do. So we're about done today. I wanted to, if anyone has a question, let me know. Anything about organizing, I'm here to answer for you today. We have these adjustable hooks that we are giving away for last week, and Sandra Fowler actually won these. So Sandra will be giving these to you. Thank you very much for making comments from last week's Tip Tuesday. Actually, it wasn't those. I am so sorry. Sandra, these are the ones. These are the things that you're going to be receiving. I had 2 gifts in here because I did not remember which one I told. So these right here are little things you put up above your door ledge, your door frame, and you can put your hanging clothes in these, and when people pass by, they don't fall off on the floor. So it's where you hang clothes over the door. There's actually 5 of these in a package, Sandra, and they are on their way to you. All right, so whoever makes a comment today on the Tip Tuesday will be in a drawing for next Tip Tuesday. It will announce. This is going to be these 3 cosmetic bags. They're sort of a white marble looking. They all 3 zip, and there's 3 different sizes on here. So you can win this by leaving comments down below or sharing this Tip Tuesday or any of the Tip Tuesdays from this month. In the future, just so you know, it could be all month long. You can go and share, and we will absolutely look to see and do a random drawing to see who wins. So very excited about giving this away next week. I love little travel things that can keep myself organized, you know. All right, anybody have any last questions before we sign off on the day? We talked about Christmas, a little bit about Thanksgiving, gift giving. Organizational ideas, guys, are like, I love them. I could just sit here and have a conversation. A little sneak peek into what we're doing. We are having a meeting tomorrow about planning some workshops for not maybe this year, but for sure next year. Some will be free, some will be paid, and they will very, very much specifically focus on a certain area of your home, business, or life. And it will either be taught by me or some of our professional organizers, and we're going to put a whole year of workshops in place. These will probably be more in person than they will be online. because we want to show you products, and we need a lot more space and stuff. So, but anyway, just be watching for that. So make sure you're watching our Facebook. If you don't get our monthly newsletter, make sure you go to our homepage of our website, look around, and you'll be able to sign up for our Get Organized newsletter. It comes out once a month. It's coming out later on, I think early next week, maybe the end of this week, and it is packed with themes of all types. It could be paper, it could be junk drawers, it could be vacation ideas, it could be, there's just so much. We pack it in there for you, give you links, give you ideas, and for organizing certain areas of your home business and life. So sign up for our newsletter. It's a way to stay connected. Obviously, you're connected on social media, and be watching for those workshops, because we are ready to re-engage and we are ready to get all you guys organized. It's an absolute honor. So thanks for joining me today on Tip Tuesday, and join me next week as I give you more tips next Tuesday. Not Monday, not Wednesday, not Thursday, Tuesdays. We'll see you then. All right, bye guys.